Hey nerds, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to day 10 of 12 days of Nerdmas. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at our Super7 Robin Hood action figure. Okay, like I said, we have the Robin Hood from Super7, just like we opened up the Prince John that we have down here. Now we're going to open up the Robin Hood. Most people probably think it makes sense to open the Robin Hood first since he's the star of the movie, but no, because I got him second. I got Prince John first. So let's take a look at this Robin Hood. Okay, so like Prince John, he comes in his own nice box. His is kind of like holographic almost, like I don't know, it's super reflective, super shiny. His is like a tree where Prince John was just gold because, you know, he's a prince. But for Robin Hood, we have this green detail down here, and then like I said, this like shimmery tree looking design here. And his box is also larger than Prince John's, and that's because of the accessories that he comes with. They made the box bigger and it takes up more space. So let's go ahead and open this up. So when we pull off the cover, this is what the box looks like on the inside. I'm assuming have 2 layers of blister packs once again. And then on the back, we have a picture of Robin Hood himself and then another little blurb. A cunning and righteous outlaw turned hero. As a master of both archery and disguise, he, along with his trusted sidekick, Little John, love Little John, are determined to put a stop to the greedy Prince John and his beloved taxes on the poor. He is Nottingham's only hope for justice. I always wondered why Little John and Prince John got the same name. They didn't have enough names. They had to use 2 Johns. Anyways, all right, so let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Okay, so first up we have the Robin Hood himself out of the package. Let's see, will you focus? Okay, there we go. We have Robin Hood out of the package. He looks super happy. All the quintessential Robin Hood things. He's got on his outfit, which is like a dress basically with a belt. Got the green shoes, the hat with the feather. Love that. For his articulation, he is a bit stiff and also a bit loose. You can't see, but he just popped apart when I was pulling him out of the packaging. His hip joint, waist joint, whatever, super loose. So if I just hold him up here and shake him, his bottom half falls off. So a lot of people had issues with either super tight joints or super loose joints. So I have super loose. His tail has a little bit of articulation, a little bit at his, I'm just gonna keep that off. A little bit at his shoulder, elbow, and wrist can swivel and bend a little bit. His head tilts up and down slightly. You can't remove his hat, and you can't open his mouth or close it or anything like that. And then on his bottom half, like I mentioned, his tail, he has a little bit of articulation at his knee, just a single joint, not a double, and then some swivel at his ankle. And let's see, can you bend it? I don't want to break it. Yes, you can. You can lift it up a bit and tilt it down a bit. So that's pretty good. Then next up, we have another head sculpt, and the head sculpt is him being surprised, and there is an arrow shot through his hat. The arrow is a little bent because it's just some like super thin plastic. It seems like it bends super easily, so I was able to kind of straighten it out a little bit just by bending it myself. But this is the face, his frightened face there, and the arrow shooting through his hat. Are you fucking kidding me? I am so angry right now. Trying to pull his head off to swap for the additional head sculpt. Like I said, these joints are either super tight or super loose, and I'm super pissed because his only head joint or neck joint broke as I'm trying to pull the head off because it's super tight. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed. Why don't they send any extras? Like, I don't think there's any extra joints in here. So now I'm just kind of fucked because there is only one and it broke trying to pull his head off. I'm very irritated because I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do now. Like, I can't swap it for some other piece. I literally can't do anything. Oh my gosh, I'm so angry. Which makes this like basically useless. Like, I can't do anything because with this same neck joint, I'm supposed to be able to swap on his other head for his disguise. So now I can't do that either. That doesn't come with a neck joint, so I can't swap it. Low key, I don't even want to finish this unboxing. Next up, we have the head sculpt for his disguise. So this was just Robin Hood dressed up as this really tall person in the community doing the archery so that he's not found by the sheriff. That's the face for it. So next up, we have the next two pieces that put together his disguise. So they have an additional bottom half of Robin Hood in this like crouched position, and you use this to put in his feet onto these little stilts. And this is what his body sits on top of so that he can pull together his disguise. So I'm going to pop the body on there. This bottom half is much tighter than the other one. And then with our no neck joint, we'll just place the head sitting on top of his freaking neck. This is not a Sid moment because this is not me breaking it, being aggressive. Like, this is their crap-ass product, like, snapping on me as I'm trying to pull the head off. Like, so this is basically what he looks like with his disguise on, minus his gown that's supposed to go over the rest of his body. We'll see that in a second when I get to the second blister pack. All right, his next accessory is going to be his bow and arrow. So this is the one that's made out of like tree branch or whatever. It's super rugged. It's also larger than the other one. So the bow itself is really big. And then the arrows also basically look like the bow. And then additionally, we have the little sack of arrows. You can't pull them out or do anything with them. It's just kind of a prop that sits on Robin. Sorry, I'm super lackluster. I'm so disappointed, guys. This thing cost so much. I waited so long, and now it's here, and it's freaking broken. All right, and then next we have another bow and arrow set. So this bow is smaller, but the arrows are much nicer. The actual bow has some good elasticity on the little, I don't know, piece of elastic that they used on it. So that's nice that it's really functional. So if you wanted to get a good shot, you can dab on a little bit of like super glue or hot glue so that you can get this pulling action there. You connect it to the to the arrow. And then again, we have a little bag that has a bunch of extra arrows inside of it. This one is larger than the first one, which is green. So there we go. There's the size difference. I can't remember off the top of my head which one is him in disguise and which one is him regular. I think the him regular is the really big bow that looks like a branch, and then the him in disguise is the one that is the red arrows. Next, we have this little pillow, which has a golden arrow on it, which is like the prize for winning the bow and arrow competition. I don't know what it's called, but it's just a little tufted pillow that's plastic. I'm assuming Robin can hold this, and yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's a cool accessory. There's nothing wrong with it, but that's it. And then next we have the only additional hands for the actual regular Robin Hood, and that's this one. So one hand kind of looks like it's doing a thumbs up almost, but it's not meant to be a thumbs up. It's for like gripping. I'm pretty sure this is for when he's shooting the arrow. So that's why the thumb is kind of like that. Like this one's holding the bow. And then I think this one is holding the arrow because you can kind of see how his finger is separated right there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what that. And then when Robin Hood is in disguise, we have these additional feathered hands. I really don't want to pull them out right now. There's 3 sets. And then lastly, like I mentioned earlier, we have his little gown that you put on him when he's in his disguise. All right, there we go. We have Robin Hood in his full disguise. It took me forever to get the fucking shirt on. I had it backwards, which is really annoying that it can be backwards. And it's just barely long enough to cover his feet. But there we go. We have Robin Hood in disguise, and his head is just barely holding on because there's no more neck joint. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the sock advent calendar so we can wrap this video up because I'm over it. Alright, so today is day 10. Day 10 has a picture of SpongeBob on the front, and then let's see what the sock is. So the sock for day 10 is actually a pair of SpongeBob socks. So on this sock, we have like a surprised or scared SpongeBob, and then we're back to the terrible tie-dye. But that's going to do it for me in this video, guys. If you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And while you're down there, let me know in the comment section how much bullcrap it is that this figure is broken already, and that the people were right. That the joints are either great or they suck, or not great. They're either too tight or they're too loose, and I had both in this one figure. And I'm really disappointed because there's no additional joints. Even cheaper figures have extra joints. I don't know. It kind of is what it is. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stay in the know of all the nerdy, and hit that bell notification. And be sure to share this video and my channel with anybody that you think may enjoy. But as always, guys, remember, keep it nerdy.